Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I've got a pretty interesting destination RV for you. This is the 2024 Puma 38RLB. So that RLB is going to stand for rear living bunks. So rear living bunk room. This is a mid-bunk disposition for a camper, which is pretty darn unique. You don't see too many of those in what this is. This is 42 feet, 3 inches long, 10,800 dry. There is a lot to go over and there's a lot to like. All the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description, along with a link for the pricing. And if you guys like my style, think I'm bringing you some value to your shopping or just maybe some entertainment, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, maybe even drop a comment and say hello. That would all just be fine and dandy. But again, it's the 2024 Puma 38RLB, and I think you guys are going to really like this camper. And also one thing that's nice is once you get into the unit, it's all one level planes. You don't have to worry about drop frames like you would with like one of that big old monster loft units with the drop frame for the bedroom. Once you're in it, it's one level plane, so it's going to be more suitable for someone who doesn't want just a ton of steps. Right when you walk in, I think it is pretty darn nice, and something to point out, that you walk right into a pretty good sized closet. So you got spaces to put your winter jackets. You also have all your control panels for all your slides, lighting, tank flushes, all are going to be, not tank flushes, I'm sorry, tank levels are going to be right here. On-demand hot water heater, and then your control for your heat and AC. So right as you come in, this will also be the control for the fan, which is going to be for the RL portion. Bunk room, I'll show you that here in a second. But this is going to be like your main hangout, your living room, your rainy day space. So I think it's pretty appealing. You got two, what I would consider a super slide. You can see you have an 18 cubic foot Insignia refrigerator, right off the bat. You're also going to get a more residential appliance in the Greystone oven, a pantry for some dry storage, and then an area to put a TV. But I like how they did the island. I like how it's not one big box, how they have kind of that overhang right there. So I could see, we've got 4 kids. So like they're all not going to fit, just into the bunk room, which there is a pretty good sized closet in there too, which you'll see here in a little bit. But I imagine, you're sitting down, you got 4 people over at the table. This is spun around a little bit weird. You actually can move this. So maybe that's not screwed in. I don't know. It's in travel mode. I'm down at the Puma manufacturer. But you got 4 there, and then I can imagine putting in some bar stools and maybe a couple extra people, could eat right there. But I also just think it's pretty darn neat, the fact that, you just got a setup like that. Solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. And then, like I was saying, table for 4, good windows. The back ones do all open up for a nice breeze. You're looking at a height of probably around 5'7"-ish, 5'8"-ish would be my best guess. I'm 6 feet tall for reference. And then you have overhead storage with the black glass insert. And then you also get your theater seating with your 2 cup holders and then a little bit of storage there. And what's nice about that is it's going to be directly across from your TV section. So if you want to put a TV in there, you got a little bit of storage, back behind you, a little bit of, secret space. That never hurts anything. I could maybe see like a DVD player, Xbox, something of that nature. IRV Technologies with Zone 1 and 2, so that's why you can play music inside and outside, so you can rock on both sides. And then you also get a fireplace, a 31-inch Greystone that's going to put enough heat to really heat the entirety of this room. But then you also have a sofa right here, which, they're not all going to be sleeping in the bunk room if you got a bunch of kids like myself. So this is going to be a great place not only to, sit down and catch a good view of the TV, but it also gives you the option, for some extra comfortable sleeping. I would imagine, our soon-to-be 16-year-old would probably be sleeping out here, just getting his own space, kind of away from the siblings. But you lift this up, and you pull it out. It's just going to be, your basic trifold. So really easy to put up, really easy to put back. You drop down that headrest, and you're looking at about a full-size bed, right there. So let's go ahead and put this away and put the pillows back on. And while I'm doing that, notice on both left and right, you are going to get some countertops area and then also some cubby storage. There's also going to be outlets both left and right. And in the slide, right next to the recliner right here, it's also going to be USB and universal C charger, all kind of in one central spot where you're going to be kind of sitting down and plopping down some space. You got plenty of, charging ability. You also get a lot of natural lighting here in the back. And again, all of these do open up for a nice breeze. Those are those cubbies that I was referencing, so I could see my wife jam-packing that full of reading material. Kind of more storage. And then this is also what's nice about Puma. It's a high-end entry-level camper, so you are going to get real hardwood finishes for the cabinets instead of that kind of that peeled, kind of pressboard type material. So that's a little bit of a higher-end finish, just in case you're kind of shopping. That might be the separator for you. I like the decor. You got the light, the dark, the gray. I mean, it seems like a lot when you describe it, but when you're into it, you can tell. I mean, it looks really nice. This is definitely probably coming into play. I mean, they're top 5 in sales for the entire RV industry. There's hundreds of brands, and they're in the top 5, and they have been for a really long time. So that's going to be really nice. Got a fan to help circulate some of that air. And then right here, bada bing, bada boom. So between that massive 18 cubic foot refrigerator, you also got a pretty massive space, right back here. And then for size reference, I mean, I got pretty average size, or pretty average, pretty average length arms, right here, and it's going just past my elbow. 4 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings, and enough room to cook up a turkey. I also like the fact that you got plenty of prepping counter space just right over to the right, and it sits a little bit below, this too, creates a little bit of separation, which, I'm actually a fan of. Usually they try to level it up, but I kind of like the fact that it's sitting up just a hair. The bottom two are going to look just like this, just without the separator for your dishes. And the bottom one is actually going to be just a hair larger. You do get a gray stone oven with the old potato mode. Then you also have a fan with a light, a hood with a fan and a light, and then more storage. Flip it around, we're back on over to the island where you can see you get the pendulum lighting, which I think is just looking really darn sharp. You also have an outlet on the side, so if you want to plug in, a blender, get a little crazy down at the campground, make some margaritas, you are ready to rock. A little brush holder, and then underneath, pretty clear-cut storage and, access to your plumbing. The countertops, since they are all that solid surface, you do have, this is going to be cut, right out of it. Stainless steel undermounted bowl with the high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. And then, I forget if I showed you this, but let's see here. So 18 cubic foot Insignia, you can see, I mean, this is every bit of the same size as the one inside my home, or at least close to it. But you got a freezer section that'll keep stuff frozen. I like the fact that you got, yourself a little like separated tray right here for the ice maker. I think that's just pretty snazzy in general. And then you also get some pretty souped up AC. So you got one right here, and then one right there, and it's got on track system, so it'll kind of dump it, along the way as you're going through the camper. This is going to be your, I forgot to show you this too. This is one of my favorite things about all of Puma. I think that's pretty cool. Life's adventure, enjoy the ride. So the bunk room is very nice, and since this all is one level plane, so is the roof. So you get a lot of head clearance in here, but you have another pull-out sofa there below, so pretty darn comfortable. Weight rated for 300 pounds on the top bunk, so even the plumpest of firstborns will be able to sit on there. No problemo. You also have the old Dracula shade right here as well, along with an emergency exit. So pull, push, and plop, you can get out in a hurry. Flip it around, you get yourself a TV backer, all the outlets that you could need, and then, even some more. And then, just for height in here, again, 6 feet tall. I mean, you're probably looking at about 7 feet of interior height, in the bunk room. So even though it's a little bit, kind of shorter in here, you don't feel claustrophobic, or at least I don't. But I'm not really prone to that feeling all that much. But, I imagine the kids on a rainy day shutting themselves in here, watching some movies. If we're not playing like card games or, cooking up something, great place to spend a little bit of alone time and kind of cool off and, play some video games. But if you guys have made it this far, if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment, say hello. Look at that. I mean, that's just a beautiful little camper. I imagine there'll be some happy campers in this. So again, closet. You got the sliding door, and it's got a curtain instead of the little shades, which I like this system for that. Not only can you block out the sun, but you don't have to worry about, the kids kind of rattling through and destroying stuff. And then you have a bathroom that is some pretty darn good size. You got the plastic foot flush throne right there. I do wish it was the porcelain, but that's okay. TP holder, towel holder, stuff holder. And then you also get, a little mini sucker right there to help the airflow. And then the Tri-Glide glass series to open up a little bit wider. And then, 6 foot, 300 pounds. You get into here, you can see I got plenty of moving and grooving room. So you are showering, with ease. You're not even really all that worried about it. You got a mirror to show off the old bowling gun, baby. League starting back up soon. Can't wait. Got the old team getting back together. The one I bowled with last year for the last 6 years. We took a little time off between people having babies and neck surgeries and all sorts of stuff. But we are back in action. Can't wait to win another league. Get another pizza party and a $10 shirt. That's the prize. So now you're heading into the bedroom. I like the fact that it's got an east to west slide. So it gives you probably 4 to 5 feet of kind of a walk-through room. So that way you can access your dresser and then, get dressed without kind of hopping in between or even feeling the need to sit on the bed. Separate door, window, TV backer, plug-ins, pre-wired for Wi-Fi too. So I think that is pretty darn awesome. But it's going to be a queen bed on the east to west slide. You're also going to get storage that you have access from the outside. This screen door is going to go on the sliding glass as well. They just put this for travel mode. Emergency exit, overhead storage, and then you also get a fuse box. So if something isn't working, make sure to check that out. But you also get a really nice size closet, here as well, with plenty of room for, your hanging items, and then maybe like the top for like shoes or more like folded clothes that don't fit into the dresser. Washer and dryer prepped here in the closet. So you can either use it as a bunch of hanging room, or you can put a washer and dryer if you're using this as more as like a seasonal site, doing kind of like the lake life or something. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Now we're gonna head around the outside, probably just spend another couple, maybe like a minute or two, show you where things are at. Then I'm gonna get skedaddling on to the next one. Got my hands full. Skies are pretty much clearing up. It's a beautiful day out. But again, it's the 2024 Puma 38RLB. Specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description, along with a link for the pricing. So, forgot to tell you, up in the bedroom, which you can see now, it's actually got 3 ACs, 20-foot awning or so, and then your 2 marine grade exterior speakers. I like the decor. It's neutral, but it's also got the black and the blue to kind of break it up. But you have an outlet over here, solar on the side, so you can plug in, some extra solar panel with that little briefcase. Solid entry steps that do flip up into the doorway, so I like the fact that that is, for the bedroom. And then if you're someone like myself that likes to hook up, Blackstone and do some grilling, you do have the LP Quick Connect, right there. Dual axle Rooney, and you can pause that right over there. 3, 2, 1, I'm out of here. Manual stabilizing jacks, so that's nice. A lot of people will block these up though, but it's nice to have them regardless. And then you do have a rear observation camera, so if you're going to be driving from site to site, job to job, you got the ability to see what's behind you. I mean, this is 42 feet 3 inches, so it's not exactly small. So having eyes behind you, is pretty darn nice. I'll have to remember that. Puma by Palomino. I got to make sure I tag them so they give me a little bit of love on social media. About to hit 500,000 on Instagram. By the time this is posted, I'll be there. So I'm pretty stoked for that. Cable hookup, satellite hookup, living room satellite. There's going to be where you plug in the unit. And then you can put slide toppers. So it's going to be a piece of awning that goes from here to here. Prevents debris from falling on top of the unit. And then you got your dump valve right here as well. Yeah, which they put on a Y, so it's all going to be connected. So that's pretty cool right there. So you got a valve here and a valve there with a central port. You also have your low point drain located under there. And then you also got an outside shower, city water connection, fresh water connection, and then a black tank flush, which is going to be a sprinkler system for your poop tank. It kind of just churns up and knocks everything off the walls. That's going to be underneath the bed storage, so you have access to get under there. So put some stuff you want on the outside, a little bit closer to the door. I forgot to point this out. On-demand hot water heater, 42,000 BTU, runs off your propane, pretty much gives you, instant heat, which is always nice. Battery disconnect up on the front along with the rock guard. and then a place for 2 propane bottles and a little hand crank right there. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Have a wonderful day. I hope to see you next time. My name is Hunter, and this is the 2024 Puma 38RLB. See you. Meow, 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 no, 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 no. No, 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 no.